This is Trevor Tegder, and I'm a Senior Technical Support Engineer for Quest. I'm here today to talk to you about how to configure the domain coexistence feature of on-demand migration. The domain coexistence feature allows users that are still in the source Office 365 tenant to start sending email using a new SMTP domain that exists in the target Office 365 tenant prior to their migration. For example, let's say that Citraka just purchased a division of Wingra. The Citraka IT department is planning to migrate users from the Wingra Office 365 tenant using on-demand migration to their existing Citraka target tenant. However, Citraka wants their newly acquired employees to start sending email using their new citraka.com email address immediately. Now, what about the opposite scenario? If you find that you're in the opposite scenario of the previous slide and require that users migrated to the new Office 365 tenant continue to use an SMTP domain that still exists in the source Office 365 tenant, then search for KB article 267507 for additional details. We will now head to the on-demand migration portal to demonstrate enabling domain coexistence. Here we are on the on-demand migration portal. We'll click on Go for Migration. Click Go on our project. You will find the domain coexistence feature pane in the main dashboard in the upper right. We will click on Use a unified domain for outgoing emails. We will click Provision and Start. I'll be back in a few minutes after the domain coexistence feature has been successfully deployed. Now that the deployment is completed, we'll click Enable Coexistence. Enable. We will click Select to select which mailboxes will have the domain coexistence feature enabled. We will click Address Rewrite. We will turn on address rewriting for the selected mailboxes, Next, and Finish. We will wait for the task to complete. Now that the task is complete, we'll go to the Mailboxes tab. On the Mailboxes tab, you will now see a new column that indicates which mailboxes have the address rewrite feature enabled. I would like to highlight some of the changes made to the source and target tenants to support domain coexistence. In the source tenant, there is a Quest on-demand coexistence group that is created when enabling domain coexistence. The previous step of selecting users and clicking Address Rewrite will add users to this group. Members of the Quest on-demand migration coexistence group will then have the Quest coexistence rule applied, which can be seen in Exchange Admin Center mail flow rules. The rule states that for members of the Quest on-demand coexistence group, outgoing mail will use the Quest coexistence connector. The Quest coexistence connector will pass outbound mail to the address rewriting service, which will pass the outgoing mail to the target Office 365 tenant for final mail delivery using the desired SMTP domain. In the target Office 365 tenant Exchange Admin Center, mail flow, and connectors, you will see the Quest coexistence connector, which receives mail from the Quest address rewriting service. Should you need to disable the domain coexistence feature, this can be done on the dashboard by clicking Disable. You can also disable individual users by going to the Mailboxes tab, checking the user you wish to change, clicking Address Rewrite, and then stop address rewriting for the selected mailboxes. To learn more, visit quest.com/products/on-demand-migration.